Welcome back, trainers. So we're going to be doing a Donphan here in sunny weather, as you can see in the corner right before we started. And then we're going to be taking a look at a Alolan Raichu. I'm just going to be using 6 unique Pokemon up against that. Not really trying my hardest, just having fun with it because it's not that difficult of a raid. We're going to be going over all their stats as well and doing a little bit of comparison with the Alolan Raichu to the regular one. For this Donphan here, I didn't look up any guides. I kind of just went with what I thought was the best attackers. Yes, there was weather boost involved on the grass Pokemon, but honestly, if there was no weather boost, I still think I could do it. Is it tough? Yeah. And this one has Heavy Slam. I do believe the hardest one is going to probably be Play Rough. Okay, so and then after that, at the very end, we're going to look at a Flareon raid. And there was only 1 minute left for that Flareon raid to be an actual raid before it despawned. As I was approaching, I'll be putting that footage in so you can see the timer on there. So I had to pick a team that I knew I can do it with. Now, it's a lot different now as opposed to before when the Flareon was here, because we have Kyogre, Groudon, the weather elements, which if you use all those to your advantage, you're going to be able to do it. Now, if you don't have weather boost, you should be able to do it as well. I mean, we have Kyogre and Groudon. I mean, those things are beasts. Kyogre alone should help you take that out. So we'll be taking a look at that. So it was pretty fun, and I hope all these will help you out, enabling you to solo them as well. Don't let the Donphan intimidate you. It is pretty tough, and I do finish it with about 20 seconds left on the clock. Now, like I said, Play Rough is going to be tough. And I will be doing these without weather boost and all kinds of different tricks. But the thing is, I have to find them, and they don't seem to be spawning quite that often. So we'll just have to wait and see what I can do with that. So the Pokemon that you see me using are going to be the best counters. That you can use other ones in between here and there. The Sceptile and the Victory Bell are questionable, but that's just me. I wanted to have a 6 unique team, which you see here. And there's going to also be a 6 unique team for the Alolan Raichu, and also for the Flareon as well. Okay, so really fast here before we hop into the Alolan Raichu raid, let's go over the Pokemon and their moves that I used to go up against Donphan. We'll just mostly take a look at their moves. So it's going to be Waterfall, Hydro Pump for Kyogre here. And then we're going to go down to Gyarados, Waterfall and Hydro Pump as well. Alright. Then we're going to go all the way down here until we find Venusaur. Part Poison type. So if it did have Play Rough, it's not going to be very effective. Then we have Vine Whip and Plant Frenzy on that Venusaur there. Man, I love that shiny Venusaur. And then followed up by Sceptile with Bullet Seed and Leaf Blade. This is all it took for me. Yes, they're weather boosted, but I could still have done it without it. Obviously, the time wouldn't have been like around 20 seconds, but it still would have been completed. And then if we go down here, I would have had, where is it? Victory Bell. No, not Alakazam. Victory Bell right here. Go up next, Leaf Blade and Razor Leaf, Leaf Blade. And if you're wondering why him, well, you have no idea. This thing is actually really good. Plus, it's part poison. If it had Fairy move, it's not going to be very effective as well. So Victory Bell for the win. Don't underestimate some of these lower tier Pokemon. Just wait for PvP. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for that. It's going to be great. Hey, back at the Go Hub, let's take a look at the Alolan Raichu stats, and then we're going to compare it to the Kanto Raichu just to see who's better. I'm going to tell you right now, though, the Alolan Raichu has better attack. Alright, so max CP potential 100% IV, 2,143, attack 201, defense 172, and stamina 120. This is going to be an electric and psychic type, so it is picking up that psychic typing. So it is going to also be picking up the weakness to Bug, Dark, and Ghost, and also weak to ground. The regular Kanto Raichu is only weak to ground, being just an electric type, resisting electric, fighting, flying, psychic, and steel. So it is picking up the resistance of fighting and psychic, being that psychic type. So it has some pluses and some minuses. Those weaknesses don't really matter too much, personally for me, right? And I'm gonna max one of these out eventually because I don't care how good it is. Well, I do, but at the same time, I've seen the way Raichu performs, and it performs so well that I don't mind powering up this Alolan Raichu because it looks so awesome, right? So what moves does it have? Quick moves, Spark, and Volt Switch. Then Psychic, Wild Charge, and Thunder Punch for its charge moves. Now, what are going to be the best movesets for you to have on your Alolan Raichu? Well, as a defender, I would highly recommend Volt Switch and Wild Charge, then followed up by Volt Switch and Thunder Punch. If you're attacking, I suggest Spark and Wild Charge, or possibly Psychic depending on what you're trying to do, but you're more than likely going to want to go with Spark and Wild Charge, period. Now let's go ahead and see what's doing the most damage. Oh, Spark and Wild Charge, by far, followed up by Volt Switch and Wild Charge. Now, Volt Switch is doing massive amounts of damage, right? We all know this, but it's just so slow. It's never going to be ideal as an attacker because you simply cannot dodge. You can't dodge. You can do one Volt Switch and then get hit, then sit there for a second and then dodge, but it's just not ideal whatsoever. So that is a good defender moveset. Spark and Thunder Punch followed up. Volt Switch and Thunder Punch, Spark and Psychic, Volt Switch and Psychic. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Kanto Raichu. Okay, so here we are, Kanto Raichu. Pure electric attacker, and the Alolan Raichu does have better CP as well, and attack. Alright, so let's go over this. 100% IV, max CP potential 2025, attack 193, defense 165, and stamina 120. There you go. Weak to ground, resisting electric, flying, and steel type. Fairly simple, right? That's nice. Regular Raichu is still so good. I have my shiny maxed out. Always been amazed on how well it's performed with Spark and Wild Charge. It does so good. So this one has for its quick moves, Spark and Volt Switch, Wild Charge, Brick Break, and Thunder Punch for its charge moves. Now it does have legacy moves. Let's go ahead and look at that. Thunder Shock and Thunder. You know, I should have probably kept more. Actually, no, I have Thunders. So we're good. So let's go ahead and look at its best moveset here. Thunder Shock, which is legacy, and then Wild Charge is going to be its best moveset. Spark and Wild Charge second. Volt Switch, Wild Charge, Thunder Shock, Thunder, Spark Thunder, Volt Switch Thunder, Thunder Shock, Thunder Punch, Spark Thunder Punch, Volt. Okay, we get the idea, right? There you go. There is the Kanto Raichu. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of these raids. And I hope you all have a great day. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be catching you all next time.